Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Child Care Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Child Care Director's Chair.
Welcome to the Child Care Director's Chair podcast, where we explore the keys of excellence in early childhood settings and leadership. I'm your host, Erica Sacoccio, and today we're going to talk about providing excellence in every aspect of your child care center. But before we do that, I'd love to do a little housekeeping. If this is your first time on our podcast, we'd like to say welcome. We love our community here. We hope that you will join us day after day, like so many of our listeners, for quick little tips and inspiration to run your child care center, because we know sometimes it is hard to stay motivated. And so we all kind of come together and keep each other motivated. So we have some episodes in our library here that have some guest spots with some of the best of the best. We also have some segments on in the news where we share what's going on in the industry of child care and my thoughts about it. And then we hope that you'll join the conversation and give us your perspective as well. You can do that right through our fan mail option, which is in the show notes there. I think it might say text the show, but let us know your thoughts on that episode. And then we just have our typical daily 8 to 10 minute quick tips or insights on different aspects of running a child care center and leadership. And so today you have stumbled across one of those shorter episodes. So thank you. And for my loyal listeners who listen every day, you know what I want to say? I love you and thank you so very, very, very much. And Texas, you guys are awesome, always showing up. And my friends in California, thank you, Reseda. So many cities in California tune in to us every day, and I want to say thank you. And of course, my friends on the East Coast, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, thank you, thank you, thank you. So without further ado, let's get into it. I wanted to talk about excellence. And to me, excellence isn't just about meeting the minimum standards. It's about striving for the highest quality in everything that you do, from the care and education of the children to professional growth and development of your staff and your program. So let's start by discussing, what does it mean to provide excellence in terms of your staff? Well, for me, excellence in staffing means hiring dedicated, qualified professionals who are committed to the well-being and development of your children. We can no longer just hire bodies. We need people who are passionate about what we are doing. It means providing ongoing training and support to help staff members grow and to thrive in their roles. Stop being afraid of growing people out of your program. It's so important that those folks get the support that they need, the training that they need, and the nurturing that they need. See, even adults need that, right? If you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we all need to find that self-fulfillment and actualization. And it means fostering a culture of collaboration, respect, and continuous improvement among your team members. Because when you get the right people at the right time in the right place, and they're collaborating, wow, that magic happens. It really does. And you pull in the right partners who help you with your continuous improvement plan. And make sure that it is well represented, that you have parents on that board, you have community leaders on that board, you have teachers on that board. In some cases, you can even have children on that board. But it's really important, if you want to provide excellence, that you pull all the right people to the table and you give them a voice, a real voice. Not that you just document what they say and then it goes on a piece of paper in a folder on a shelf to never be used or considered again. You have to make real, sustainable changes that continue your growth towards excellence. Now let's explore what it means to provide excellence in terms of your community. Well, excellent and community engagement means building strong partnerships with families, with schools and local organizations to support the needs of children and families. It means being actively involved in community events. Not only actively involved, but even creating community events, initiatives, and advocacy efforts to promote the well-being of children and advancements in the field of childhood education. Ask yourself, are you a member of NACCE or any other large early childhood education group that works on advocacy in your state or on the national level, right? Because there's many. Find a organization where you can contribute, where you really stand behind their message. Because again, excellence doesn't happen by accident. It's all of us coming together with a voice that says we need to be heard. Children deserve the very best of what we can give. And what about excellence in terms of professional growth and development? As I said before, excellence in leadership means being committed to lifelong learning and self-improvement, not just for your team, but for yourself. When's the last time you read a book about leadership? When's the last time you implemented something that you learned at a conference to make a change for the better in your program? It means seeking out opportunities for professional development and networking. Get out there and connect with other people in your community, other colleagues in your field, and mentorship to enhance your knowledge and skills and leadership abilities. And I really believe in mentorship. I believe you should have a mentor, and I also believe you should be a mentor. And it means leading by example, modeling the values of excellence and integrity and compassion in everything you do. You see, excellence, again, these things don't happen by accident. They happen by plan and design with passion and focus and dedication. So, providing excellence in early childhood settings, it requires, as I said, dedication and commitment, and almost a relentless pursuit of quality in every aspect of your work. By investing in your staff, engaging with your community, and prioritizing your own professional growth and development, then we create, and only then we create, environments where children thrive, where families feel supported, and our teams are empowered to make a difference. So I want you to think about a few of these questions. This is the first time I'm going to give you some homework, but it's probably not going to be the last. I want you to get out a piece of paper, and I want you to answer these couple questions. First, how are you actively supporting the professional growth and development of your staff? And think about not only the online stuff, because that's all great in a pinch, but now that we can all kind of get back together again, it feels really good to be with other humans that are passionate about what we're doing. I see a great value in mastermind classes. I see a great value in going to conferences. And not just for yourself, send your team. I see a great value in being part of a membership group. The second question I want you to ask yourself is, are you fostering a culture of collaboration, respect, and continuous improvement with your team? And if so, how? Write it down. How are you doing that? When was the last time you evaluated that process? And have you talked to your team about how you're doing that? And do they have some new ideas? Or are you doing it the same way that you've done it for the last 20 years? Ask yourself the question, how am I engaging with families and the community to ensure that their needs are met and that voices are heard? And, are you doing it in a variety of ways? So, you may be having a parent meeting once every quarter on Tuesday nights, but maybe Susie's mom can't make Tuesday nights. Maybe she doesn't have a car, right? So a variety of ways that you are reaching out to families to hear their voices. In person, online, questionnaires, workshops, one-on-one conversations. Ask yourself, what steps are you taking to stay current on best practices and emerging trends in early childhood education? Or what models and values of excellence, integrity, and compassion are you using in your leadership approach? So I want you to think about those things as we wrap up for today. But excellence, again, as I said, it doesn't happen by accident. And so when you start focusing on excellence, just like anything else, when you start to focus on excellence and quality, you focus on your team and yourself and your program, things become real clear really quickly. So that's it for today's episode. I did want to ask a quick favor. If you thought today's episode gave you some new insights, or it gave you a little bit of oomph to kind of get into your center and start leading instead of just showing up and turning the key in the door, let us know. Leave us a review either on Apple. You can leave us a written review or any of the other listening platforms where you can rate our podcast, because it really does help. And we are working really, really hard to show up on the directories and make all the lists so that way we can help support more and more early childhood educators and childcare center owners and leaders. And of course, tell a friend. Tell a friend. Again, these things don't cost anything. It's just a few minutes of your time. So I hope that you were inspired today. And remember, it's the little details that make a big difference in the success of your child care center or business. You may have more than one center. And as always, have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Child Care Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your child care centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Child Care Director's Chair.